Hey there guys, it's me Samantha from SS Twins. Now who here is left-handed? Who here is ambidextrous? Guys, I haven't done this challenge in a long time. I'm right-handed. I think the last time I did this was years ago and it was traditional. I am right-handed. I'm going to be doing the drawing left-handed challenge. This is the first thing I was going to draw in a line-less style. This is my dog cat character. It's like a dog with the personality of a cat, and I need to give it a better name because I realized that cat dog already exists, and I was calling it the cat dog. So I think maybe I'm going to call it the Dat. I don't know. I have to come up with a name. Okay. So the intro wasn't long enough for me to explain this, but guys, I think I'm literally so not ambidextrous. I literally think I have like a motor disorder. Like I have really bad problems with motor control, fine movement skills and stuff. But I will say my art style is very shapes, which did help. And also the lineless was better. So first I was like, I'll do a lineless drawing of an animal, and then I will do a lined drawing headshot of myself to give a little bit of a like experiment between drawing animals and humans and drawing lined versus lineless. If you're gonna be drawing with your left hand, you should do it lineless. I don't think I've ever drawn with my left hand digitally, unless I'm really forgetting an old YouTube video that I made. But this was fun. I also drew this in like public, and someone asked me, wow, hey, Samantha, I didn't know that you were left-handed. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm really not. And if you looked at this drawing, it would you would understand. I think the Dat's personality was kind of lacking with the left hand. This is how I felt with both of my left-handed things, that the like personality was not captured as well. Also because I did the speed paint from the drawing app, it kind of didn't show you all of the horrible things I drew, because if I drew something and then I like backspaced and deleted it, it didn't show it in the speed paint. So you'll just have to trust that it was worse. The process was worse and more painful than you could think. Also, each of these drawings took me like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, work smarter, not harder. I wasn't trying to break my bank. I did change the colors of the Dat a little from those original images. And the original drawing I drew of the Dat, it had like a mouse, or it was like thinking about fish, but here I just decided to draw it like evil looking and had whiskers and fix up the design a little, because I said, I ain't doing all that. Oh, and I fixed up the colors because I thought the colors were a little off. The Dat will be drawn again. See, now I'm really committing to calling it the Dat, so we'll see if I stick with it. Everything has to have a little background because I'm an overdoer, and they all have this kind of like swirly background. I did not shade the Dat really, but I don't think it really needed shaving. Don't shave the Dat, please. I didn't really think it needed shaving, but I do shade the portrait of me, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I feel like I need to do like exercises with motor skills to improve my ability to do them, but also I don't have motivation for that, because like even just doing 2 left-handed drawings, and I had to do them on separate days even, I was like, oh, my arm, it's cramping, oh, it hurts. Guys, this is sad. I'm revealing sad truths, but I think this looks cute. It looks way better than the original drawings of it, and I'm really happy with it. So ta-da! Here's the finished Dat. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a little kiss on the head. Now for my left-handed portrait of me, and I do later draw it with the right hand so we can compare. One thing I feel about, okay, yeah, see, this is something that you didn't see, is that I actually redrew that head like 10 times. Okay, one thing I feel about drawing with the left hand, which I feel a lot of the time when I do drawing challenges, because I also felt this way when I did the grayscale challenge, is I like forget how to draw. Like I forget, especially when I'm drawing myself, I like draw myself looking weird, and I don't know why. Like this, I mean, this is like a fine representation of what I look like. But normally if I was to draw myself, you know, there'd be like a different sort of personality in it, which you can see with the right-handed drawing, but did not come through in the left-handed drawing. I wish you could truly see all of the mistakes I made. I drew many mouths, I drew many hairs, I drew many head shapes. You could only like see something if I erased it with the hand versus doing it. Just erase. Also, something I think was interesting is that with this one, like with the Dat, I was like, okay, I improved the colors. With this drawing of myself, because I was using the left hand, I was like, I will use it for everything. I'll use it for the fill bucket. I will use it for the selecting colors. And I will use it for the drawing. And then I was like, I give up. I don't want to select colors anymore because it was hurting my hand. So then I kind of had like ugly colors. Also, the shading on this one, I was like, I'm just doing it all in purple because I just cannot. I cannot choose so many colors. It's too hard for me. Also, I was having this weird problem with trying to draw my like brown in the inside of the hair, that the fill bucket was like not working, and that happened on my other drawing too, so I'm gonna have to look into it. I was like, what is going on? But anyway, so then I had to hand color it, and you could see how interesting that went. And then I was like, because the shading, I knew it wasn't gonna look very good, I was like, I'll do my blended shading and like blend out the shading, because I thought that would help. Also, I do like make it multiply so it doesn't look as shockingly purple, but it definitely still looks purple, and I look a little gray. Like, I don't know, you know, the colors, there was something lacking in this one, but that's okay. Listen, okay, we live and we learn, never do this again. I don't know, you know, they say the only way to improve is to do things again. See, what's wrong with that eye? Anyway, okay, I'm getting distracted. They say the only way to improve is to do things that are hard, but I think this was like unreasonably hard for no reason, and so I will not be doing this again unless the people demand it. Maybe a year from now I will do it again. Okay, then I did the background, and for some reason I decided on the background to also make it pink, and the shirt is pink, and then the background and the shirt kind of look the same color, and I was like, I don't have the energy to do that. So I did that same like little blending thing, and then I added some little colorful dots, well, white dots. I was like, I'm done with this. I don't know, I thought the dat turned out way better and was way easier. Maybe it was just the day that I was working on it. Maybe it was my arm was more sore today. So anyway, here's the left-handed, and now we will see the right-handed version, which turned out 1 billion million times better and made me remember that I actually know how to draw an eye, and I'm not awful. That head, I drew that head in one try. I was like, oh, haha, using the right hand is awesome. But it was fun drawing them right after each other, because you could see how like I had more of my style in this one, even though I tried to draw it like the same, but I wasn't looking at the other one. Like, I didn't want to have the other one open, so I'd be comparing them the whole time. I drew them one after the other. Each one took me 10 minutes, and I just wanted to try and like remember what I was doing. But I think this one looks so cute. Like, I don't know, I look so much more round. Like, I noticed that when I used the left hand, everything was like more ovals, because I couldn't draw circles. And here, everything was just so much more round, and I like looking round. I think it's cute. I need to redraw some sprites for myself. Also, you know, the little sprites I used at the beginning, I made those like, I don't know, like, not quite a year ago, but at least 9 months ago, and they're kind of like, they weren't never supposed to be very good, so maybe in a video soon I'll redraw those. Guys, I do want you to comment if you're ambidextrous and how you learned how to do that. I mean, maybe it's natural. Like, my dad's left-handed, and he said that in school the teachers tried to train him to be right-handed, and it just wouldn't happen. I wonder how that works. Like, left brain or right brain. Look at how much better the colors look, okay? It just looks so much more pleasing. I don't know, and I do like adjust them because I did better shading. And there's like, I had the same problem with the fill bucket. I don't know why. Baffling. I need to figure out like a style for drawing eyes, because I feel like I draw eyes in a bunch of different styles and I never am super happy with any of them. I don't know. What do you think about like the style of eyes? I'm like, it needs whites. There's no whites in the eyes, but also maybe it doesn't, because then the eyes look like freaking huge. And here I am doing the shading in a darker color of the normal color, which is actually the better way to shade, I think, instead of just using purple. But I do feel like it looked better as cell shading than when I like blended it out this time. But I had to blend it out for the sake of the experiment, because I blended out the other one. So I was like, well, I can't just not do it. I think it was fine. I did end up changing it to multiply, and I think that helped a little, because I think I just chose a color that was a little too gray. I did some like shading in the eyes, did not do that on the other one. I did the same like whites in the eyes, which I think looked really nice. Overall, I think the right-handed one is way better, but also, since I was doing it based on what I had drawn with the left hand, it was interesting to compare and see like how the vision was executed differently. I just think the colors in this one also turned out better. Like, I did the background of more of like a reddish toned kind of pink versus like a pink toned pink, you know? So the shirt stood out better. Also, I didn't draw a design on the shirt. Normally I do. I have a couple different designs that I usually draw on shirts when I'm drawing myself, but for some reason I just did not do it this time. And then I thought I could get like smaller dots. One thing I noticed is anytime I tried to draw a circle with my left hand, it turned into like a little bit of a line. So then this one was done, and I think it turned out great. Ta-da! And for the sake of the experiment, I will also put the other drawing I did of myself. Same size brushes, same everything. Very different results. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!